on top, though. A home run hit to the opposite.
McLaren's expert team can help you move better and feel better. Get the care you deserve at McLaren.org. McLaren's expert team can help you move better and feel better. Get the care you deserve.
First inning today brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. First pitch, fastball low and away. The Blue Jays getting ready to face the 29-year-old from Burbank, California, Jack Flaherty. Bichette, Guerrero, Varsho to face him here in the first. Strike one. Slider misses low and away.
Jack Flaherty out there with a familiar arsenal. Forcing fastball, slider, curveball. Changeup and sinker in the mix, but only at 5%.
1-1, swinging a foul out of play. Bichette off to a solid start. Just don't think we're going to see the power out of him like he has shown in the past. But he comes in hitting .290. Kind of a lost season last year. Had a fractured finger and just really struggled the entire season. Pitch bounces. Guerrero, Varsho was hurt to start the year coming off shoulder surgery. He's come back with a bang, and Springer is having a big comeback season after 3 years of decline. That's been huge for this order. And then Kirk at the 5 spot is going to hit for average, not for power, but this has not been a good offense. Line drive there to the left field line. Green will chase it down. Bichette will cruise into second on the 2-2 leadoff double.
This has kind of been the issue with Jack Flaherty this year. Too many pitches in the middle of the plate, regardless of pitch type. And you talked about it. Fastball, just a little bit off his last time out, a couple miles an hour down. But quite frankly, it doesn't matter. When you leave the pitches in the middle of the plate, major league hitters are going to hit them. And Bichette gets a double down the left field line right there.
AJ talked on the pregame about getting ahead with the secondary pitches. Set up that fastball. First pitch, knuckle curve is low to Vlad Guerrero Jr. hitting .294, hitting the ball hard. He of the new $500 million contract. But not much power so far. 1-0. Fastball, bottom rail, gets a generous called strike one. It was stunningly hard contact for Jack Flaherty last time out against the Rangers team that was last in every possible category that you could think of for offense in the American League. They were not hitting with power. They weren't scoring runs. Fastball middle of the plate froze Vlad Guerrero Jr.
Wow, had to be sitting soft those first two pitches. Had to be. Those are two 93-mile-an-hour fastballs, center cut, both of them.
Bichette edges off of the second. Flaherty working third base side, the 1-2, swing and a miss, and that's what we'll be looking for. The ball bounced, blocked by Dingler. He throws to first to complete the strikeout. So it's interesting with Flaherty. Everybody's like, what's wrong? Well, it's kind of puzzling, Bobby, because a 4.60 ERA and obviously much more hittable than it was last year.
Yeah.
But until last start, he had really been quite good. It was 3 different sixth innings against the Dodgers, the Astros in LA, all on the road, the Angels, where he had pitched brilliantly through 5 and then gave up runs in the 6th.
Yeah.
3 different times, and that had kind of skewed his ERA, and the home runs allowed mostly came in the 6th. But there were games where he was getting a ton of swing and miss, in the first 5 innings. So last start gives up 4 home runs. And it's kind of like, what's wrong with Jack Flaherty? And we've talked about the fastball doesn't look quite the same. Pitch away, 1-1 on Dalton Varsho. But when you kind of break it down start by start and where he's had trouble, just 3 6th innings and then the terrible start against the Rangers, the bulk of the work has been quite good up until the Rangers start. Varsho taps one foul on the knuckle curve, 1-2.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. And you're right. And I think the at bat to Guerrero is kind of indicative of how it's been. If you think about it, like if he can't locate his fastball. Now, we know Jack Flaherty's mix is pretty evenly distributed between those 3 pitches, the fastball, the curveball, and the slider. If he can't locate the fastball, then you just disregard it and you sit soft.
1-2, fastball up and in. Now that's 93, but that looked better than any fastball he threw against the Rangers.
100%. Now we got all types of metrics. We got metrics all over the joint, but you can tell right now the ball's coming out better than it did in his previous start for sure. Eyeball test just tells you that.
Varsho's a left-handed batter, upright stance, swinging a pop-up down the right field line that will get into the seats. Yeah, you could just. And pitchers will talk about that, right, Bobby? When their delivery is right, when they're driving toward home plate, whatever it might be. Reese Olson talked about opening up earlier. So the velocity might get there, but it takes more effort, and there's just not that finish.
That's right.
And that last pitch up and into Varsho had finish.
And from a hitter standpoint, too, you feel that. You look up on the board and like, that was 93, but that wasn't 93.
Flaherty sets, holds the glove away from the letters. A 2-2 swing and a miss. Fastball up. This is different. And this looks a whole lot better with the fastball to start.
Yes, and he located that fastball right where he wanted. Dylan Dingler wanted it above the letters. Look, just a touch higher than high. He got it there. Varsho swings right through it. And Dan, you're spot on with that observation. It's just coming out. It's just better. How do we quantify that? I don't know. What I do know is what I see right now is better
You can
than last
see
time
the
out.
finish. Curveball low and away. George Springer. It's just, we've talked about him through the years. Just one of the good guys in the game. He's just a good human. Popular teammate. And he's been struggling in recent years. He got into his mid-30s, pitched down and away. And Bobby, I'm impressed because he's not only recovered to be a much more productive hitter this year, he's clearly made changes.
Yeah.
Swinging less often, hitting the ball harder, being more patient, drawing more walks, but also hitting the ball harder consistently. Swinging a ground ball to second base. Clever Torres. We hope he has a terrible series, but I'm happy for him. Ground ball to second base. Nice job falling behind 2-0. Flaherty gets the easy ground ball after the leadoff double, which was smoked down the line. A 1-2.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
All the big hits.
At the wall, gone! No doubt about it!
All the great cracks.
Oh, wow! You gotta be kidding me!
And all the swagger.
And he does it in grand fashion!
Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning fast hour.
Oh, my goodness! What a show! You better believe it!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings only on MLB Network.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizards. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Alpo Taco. Do you know what it means? Alpo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Today's game brought to you in part by Northville Lumber, the official lumber yard of the Detroit Tigers radio network. Second inning brought to you by the Michigan Lottery. Riley Green at the plate. 4-5-6 hitters, Green, Torkelson, McKinstry. Bowden Francis pitched a total of 140 innings the last 2 years. 36 2 years ago, just over 100 last year. Fly ball, left center field, deep, high in the air, got a chance at the wall, gone! Number 11 for Riley Green. Tigers take a 1-0 lead in the second.
Riley Green got a backdoor curveball on the first pitch of the at-bat. That's impressive hitting, Dan. Francis doesn't throw a bunch of curveballs. He doesn't throw a bunch of first pitch curveballs. Riley saw that thing pop out his hands, recognized it instantly, and jumped on it and hammered that ball out to left center field. That's a long way, especially on a breaking ball. Wow.
We saw him have good swings on the homestand on curveballs. Oh, fastball up and in at 90. Hit Torkelson on the left arm. Looks over the dugout. Trainer's ready to come out. He's like, I'm fine. Kelly Rhodes is coming out with A.J. Hinch. Spencer's already like, no, I'm fine. Going to walk down to first base. They're going to check out him, just make sure. Again, if it hit anywhere near the hand, it felt like it.
Did it get the forearm there? Upper arm?
No, definitely bicep, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Walking him down to first base. Home run, hit by pitch. Never looks good, but there's no intent with 90 in. Brings up Zach McKinstry. Does tell you the effect a home run can have on a pitcher.
Oh, yeah?
We see more than a few 3 and 4 or 4 pitch walks. Not too many 3, but 4 pitch walks after home runs. Time for dollars on deck. McKinstry at the plate. He takes fastball bottom rail for called strike. So only kind of like Jack Flaherty, a sinker or two a game, maybe.
Right.
For Bowden Francis. So the fact that he's throwing the four-seamer down, Bobby, kind of what Casey Mize has talked about, you have to throw it down if you throw a splitter off your four-seam fastball. The strike one away, because otherwise, as you talked about, you can just cut off the bottom of the strike zone because you know the fastball is going to be up and the splitter is going to be down.
And you have to, if you're going to pitch the way he does, you have to throw that four-seamer down because you have to be able to start that split finger out of the same tunnel and let it do what it's going to do.
1-1, splitter is down. So if Dylan Dingler gets a hit now this inning, Northville Lumber will donate to Detroit Lightbusters. Northville Lumber is Michigan's #1 Trex dealer. 10 home runs now for left-handed batters in 98 at-bats against Francis this year. McKinstry swings, pops it up, foul third base side, and plenty of room with third baseman Addison Barger to make the catch. Setting the defense for you, Barger at third, Shed is at short, Michael Stefanik at second, and Vlad Guerrero Jr. at first. Kirk behind the plate, he's very good. Varsho in center field. You talk about strong up the middle.
Yeah, those two.
Varsho in center. We'd like watching this guy play. I mean, he just covers ground. He's Gold Glover. Line drive, base hit, one hop off the dirt. 2 Varsho. He'll come into left center, shutting it down at second. Torkelson rounds and holds. Dylan Dingler, sharp single into left center. With runners at first and second.
Yeah, another good swing by Dingler right there. Good job by Torque. Goes hard around second base. You talked about it, Dan. Varsho's very good out there. Closes the distance down. Gets the ball in his hands quickly. Torque shuts it down. But even the threat of going first to third, like the Tigers do, better than anybody else in the league, is going to keep these outfielders for the Blue Jays on their toes all night.
He just stops the running game. Got a good arm, but the bigger factor is how quickly he gets the ball and how quickly he gets it in the air. Splitter misses down. Tigers faced a big challenge facing the Boston Red Sox outfield because those are 3 really good arms all season or series long. Rafaela in center, Durand in left, Abreu at right. But what the Tigers have shown all year, they'll run on you. Swinging a foul to the screen. Sweeney at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Trey Sweeney hitting .266, 4 home runs, 21 RBIs. Talked a little bit about on the pregame. Bobby, this Tigers base running is eye-poppingly good so far.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous, and other teams know it. You make mistakes out there, they're taking the extra 90. Where it gets around, you see it. It puts pressure on the defense.
1-1, swing and a miss. Spencer was talking to the clubhouse before the game about that dirt ball read he had on the homestand.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't get far away from the catcher, but he took off for a second, and he made it pretty easily. And he said it was just a further reinforcement that if you do your homework,
that's right,
and you see that ball going into the dirt, before it hits the dirt, you take off, that's an opportunity. And the Tigers, more and more every game, are taking those opportunities. Sweeney swings, taps a splitter, fouled on the first base line. Really good stretch for Trey Sweeney. Started on the last road trip. Some big hits on the homestand. And a 3-run home run. Also had a big hit in the 10th inning that set up the dramatics for Javi Baez in the 11th. 2 on, 1 out, 1-0 Tigers. The 1-2, swing and a miss. And again, he can go up there with 93 and get the swing and miss. That was a little above the belt. 3rd strikeout for Bowden Francis.
Yeah, nice job by Francis right there. You got tip cap right there. Good sequence. Finished him with a fastball up in the zone. Plays really well up there. Tigers going to have their hands full. He's going to be able to locate the ball up there, also locate that fastball down the bottom rail and use the split off of it. That's when he's going to be at his best.
That brings up Javi Baez. First pitch, swing and a foul. Just a little underneath that fastball. You do wonder, Bobby, second trip through the order, if they just get a better look at that fastball. We've seen it sometimes when you haven't seen a guy, but it's got that property of a little hop at the plate.
Yeah.
Next time hitters see that, they get on it.
You can adjust it. You got to set your sights a little higher. It sounds crazy, but that's what you have to do to make that adjustment.
Strike 1 in the dirt. There are a lot of reasons we like this matchup tonight. He's been hittable, but the Tigers are one of the better fastball hitting teams, and he's got a fastball that he pitches off the fastball.
Yeah.
Not a lot of pitchers do. And the Tigers have hit 4-seam fastballs and 2-seam fastballs. It's been their most impressive improvement of the year. Led to a lot of good things. 1-1, swing and a miss, down to a knee. Goes Javi Baez, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Torkelson at second, Dingler at first. Tigers trying to add to a 1-0 lead. Francis checks Torkelson. The 1-2 is swinging a ground ball back to Francis on the mound. He'll field. Delisi flip to Guerrero at first. Tigers put a lot of pressure on. Green's home run gives the Tigers a lead. Francis strands 2. We go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. 1-0 Tigers. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-1 game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan, and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
Everything looks good right now for the Yankees.
First take from the players.
I'm just excited to put any pair of cleats on.
And the first of many breakdowns before the first pitch. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show. Weekdays at 5 Eastern on MLB Network.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run. And the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 and a home run by the Wizards. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Flaherty working with a 1-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Dan Dickerson, Bobby Scales, so glad to have you along for the first of a 3-game weekend series. First pitch, hit high in the air to right center. Kerry Carpenter is a beat. Kirk is just about guaranteed to swing at one of the first 2 pitches of an at-bat. He did not disappoint.
Kirk's not going to be up. He's not going to be up there long. It's like it's a time limit. He sees one he likes. He lets it fly.
Arms up over his head, Flaherty into his motion. First pitch, fastball strike on the outside edge. Addison Barger at the plate. Blue Jays offense that has names in it, and wasn't that long ago they were one of the more dangerous offenses in the American League. But they had some struggles in the offseason or last year. Swinging a foul that almost hit Lucas in the on-deck circle.
That was unbelievable what Lucas just did. That ball was coming towards him off the bat of Barger, and he deflects the ball with his bat away from
with the donut on it.
With the donut on.
He's actually out of my view with the little ledge here, so I missed that. Well done.
Yeah, self-preservation.
Left side of the infield shifts to the right. The 0-2 to Barger. Check swing and a pitch in the dirt. So Blue Jays team had a bad year offensively. They went out and they extended Kirk. They extended Guerrero. Spent a little money there. Almost $600 million combined. One had more than the other. The 1-2 swinging a line foul. Knuckle curve hung up a little bit. Then they went and added Santander. I mean, that's a pretty good winner. And Santander has been a 0 so far for Toronto. The run scoring has gone down. They're a bottom 5 offense. And they're not hitting with power. But then did you notice that they're just okay against the fastball? They're very weak against breaking balls, especially sliders. And that's why you kind of like this matchup for Jack Flaherty.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're not, there's a lot, you just highlighted, Dan, there's a lot of ways to pitch this lineup. And with Jack Flaherty's ability to spin the baseball, the curveball and the slider, he can get his fastball in the zone where he wants it and then pitch off of that. It should be a good night.
Barger had to get a new bat, the 1-2, swinging a pop-up. Back our way. Down below us. We're in kind of the middle level, the club level. There's actually, depending on how you want to look at it, there's kind of 4 levels of seating here. The lower deck, the club level, and then there's for the kind of middle level. We're in the club level in between that middle level and the upper deck above us. They've made a lot of changes to this ballpark in recent years, and they're all good. They just made the outfield more interesting, some zigs and zags in the fence that used to be symmetrical, some different fence heights. Hasn't really changed the way it plays. This is a good place to watch a ball game, though. 2-2. Swinging a long, slicing foul down the left field line. Green over, but that will get into the seats. Used to hold over 50. It's a little below that now. But when this place is full, and this is a good crowd on a Friday night. They've created kind of that party deck, the patio up in left field and in right. Those are full. The 2-2 again. Change-up bounce. The change-up from Jack Flaherty.
So, you've got to hit the quotas.
Reliably 1 or 2 every game.
We got to get to
with the sinker.
That's right.
1 or 2 sinkers.
We got to get to the 5% usage between those 2 pitches.
The wind up to 3-2, swinging a soft ground ball, fouled on the first base line, so irritating. Addison Barger is going to see at least 10 pitches in this trip to the plate. Injury report brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. Parker Meadows with the Tigers, getting closer and closer to a rehab assignment. I thought it was interesting that AJ said he doesn't have to be 100% strong at throwing to go out on a rehab. In other words, the nerve doesn't have to be 100% healed. Fastball away. 10th pitch of the at-bat. Addison Barger in limited at-bats has shown the ability to hit with a little bit of power. He did last year. He hasn't really done a whole lot this year. That's not a guy really you want to walk. Came in hitting .230. Pretty aggressive hitter. First pitch fastball low and on the outside, part of the outside corner to Nathan Lucas. Want to say Luke's really badly, and I would have if I hadn't been told otherwise. Nathan Lucas has been around for a while. This guy's past prospect status. Fly ball deep to the gap in right center field. Long run for Baez. Nice! Makes a spectacular catch. Rogers all the way around second. He'll be doubled off first. What a play!
Javi Baez ran an absolute acre to get that baseball. Left-handed hitting Lucas. He was shading him in the right center field gap. Gets on his horse, lays out fully to catch that ball in right center field. Such a good play. Even when he caught it, Kerry Carpenter had a smile on his face. That's incredible. What?
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns,
Perfect balance.
interviews with the players,
Get back to the fastball. I know what that passion feels like.
and a little bit
Hey,
of everything else.
come on,
The window seats are. The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Wash and wash anywhere with our Wash Smart Unlimited membership, the official car wash of the Detroit Tigers.
Kerry Carpenter leads off. You know, Baez really should be leading off here. He just made that great play.
Guaranteed homer.
Oh my goodness! It's just one of the most remarkable things we've been watching in many years. The Javi Baez comeback story, and there's so much that goes into it. Carpenter takes a fastball just off the plate away. Started with, okay, making some plays in center field. Good. Maybe he can play out there a little bit while Meadows is gone. And he started to hit a little bit. It's like, okay, pitch in the dirt, makes it 2-1. All right, he's got the average up, and there's no power yet. So, yeah, I know. I need to hit a little more power. Okay, on the road trip, he hit, 3-4 home runs, line drive, base hit into center, off the fastball. I was really curious to see what would happen the second time Carpenter faced this fastball. Swung through one first time up, same one, line drive single into center.
Yeah, you ain't gonna sneak the cheese past Kerry Carpenter. That rat's not gonna get. He ain't gonna get got too many times. You throw a fastball by him, he's gonna make the adjustment. Dare not do it again. You're lucky you kept him in park.
And Javi Baez just keeps making plays. Bobby, off the bat, we have a great vantage point because we're just to the third base side behind home plate. And so we're looking on a direct line, that line drive to the gap. Fastball 89 for a strike to Gleyber Torres. I didn't think he had a chance.
I didn't either. To be completely honest with you, I didn't think either. He got off the ball very well, took a good direct route too, but I still didn't think he was going to get there. I didn't think he was going to get to the wall because Carp was there, but for him to lay out fully and catch that baseball was incredible.
Fastball away at 92, 1-1. Gleyber Torres got jammed his first time up. Big problem, the big thing you notice about Bowden Francis compared to the last 2 years, we didn't really get a chance to talk about it last inning. 140 innings the last 2 years. Opponents have hit 192 with a little bit of power. Gleyber Torres takes a pitch low and away. But this year, it's a higher average and a lot more power. And you do notice the fastball is still a plus pitch for him. The split finger has gone from being a big plus to being a big minus. The 2-1, low and away, does throw the curveball, but as Bobby said, it's 80% fastball splitter, and when one of your two main pitches is not the same effective pitch because maybe how you use the fastball, it's been a big issue. They had high hopes that Bowden Francis could, kind of a swing guy in recent years, be a mainstay in this rotation.
Not only that, Dan, like you said, the split's just not doing what it did last year. The breaking ball has never been a factor for him. Even in previous years, you look back at it, and it's just really hard to survive when you only have two pitches.
The 3-1, swinging a line drive to left center field. That one's going to drop for a base hit. A diving attempt by Clase, backed up by Varsho because Varsho's just that good. He had no chance to make a catch. It was a hesitant route, and then he dove, ball landed 3 feet in front of him. Torres singles Varsho because he backed up and was right there. He holds Carpenter to second base. He's everywhere, Varsho in the outfield.
He's a good player, son of a coach. Gary Varsho, his dad, coached and scouted in many organizations. I had him when I was in Philadelphia, worked with him when I was in L.A. Former catcher, of all things. Now,
former catcher.
Yeah.
Man, he's just everywhere. He plays in left and in center, mostly center this year. Again, injury shortened start to the season, didn't come back till late April. Keith takes a pitch outside. For the way Cole Keith is going, the way he's hitting fastballs, I like this matchup. The sun is setting behind us. Whoa, throw down to second base. Jeez. Bichette was standing 10 feet behind. He clearly didn't get the sign that there was going to be an attempted pickoff at second. And very luckily for Bowden Francis, he bounced the throw to second when he realized Bichette wasn't there, and Bichette scooped an in-between hop before it got into center field. So no. Delivers fastball up and away. He's swung right underneath it, struck out on a call, third on a fastball down his first time up. Lefties have had the big edge against this righty this year. The 1-1. Swinging a foul out of play. Riding the fastball up and in. So at least he's moving that fastball, from the Blue Jays' standpoint, moving that fastball up and down.
Yeah, he is moving it up and down a little bit. And if you remember last time up, he locked Colt Keith up on a fastball, four-seam fastball down. You could tell Colt saw it down and thought split out of the hand, and it wasn't. It just rode out to the strike zone.
Waiting now on the 1-2. Swing and a miss. We got him with the splitter down. All right, I like the Rodney Green matchup. Let's go with that.
That works, especially after the last at-bat. Wouldn't mind seeing that again.
Fourth strikeout for Bowden Francis. As I said, the sun is setting behind us here in downtown Toronto, but we are bright sunshine right now, right in our eyes. As we watch baseball in the top of the third inning because of a neighboring glass building. That shadow there, that sunshine was actually on home plate, so the reflection was on home plate an inning ago. And that is blinding. The great thing is you can make like little shadow puppets on the wall behind us. You could do this in Minnesota too.
That's right.
Riley Green batting, first pitch. Splitter up. Quietly putting together good at bat after good at bat. Look up. Oh, there he is hitting 273. Nice power numbers. OPS is up to 820. The 1-0. Splitter got the call down and away. Jack Flaherty got that same call on a fastball earlier. Lowest part of the strike zone, away from a lefty. So it looks like that ball is going to be in play for manager or for a home plate umpire. Tripp Gibson, the 1-1. Fastball high. Good discipline to lay off that fastball, which has to look tempting at 91. And it's got a little bit of hop at the plate. You try to go after it up there, you're generally not going to have success, but he misses a lot with the fastball in the middle of the plate. The 2-1. Swinging a long slicing drive down the left field line over to the line. Clase will make a sliding backhanded catch, disappear from our view. The throw comes into third, fine play. He was shaded that way, as most teams do against Green. It was a good swing and a nice catch.
That's a good play by Clase right there. Like you said, Dan, coming off the bat of Riley Green, slicing away from Clase, went into the slide. Dangerous to do that, especially with runners on. If you don't come up with that ball, it's Riley around in the corner, and 2 runs probably score. Riley probably ends up on third base, but good play by him to get over there and secure the catch.
No, Varsha would have been there to back up.
Probably. Dudes everywhere.
2 outs, 2 on. That leaves it up to Torkelson, hit by the first pitch he saw last time up. First pitch fastball, woo, very top of the strike zone. The 50-50 ball gets to the 50 this time. Strike 1. Third inning is brought to you by Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. For fast service and the best price, choose Mastercraft. The strike 1, swinging a fly ball, center field deep, but to Varsho. And he'll go back 2 steps, stop, make the catch. Torkelson squared it up. 2 good swings to end the third. 4 good swings in the inning.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive. They showstopper. We're just playing Powerball. This place doesn't know what hit him. These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues. Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizards. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
For every Tigers home run, Ashley, the official furniture and mattress provider of the Detroit Tigers, donates up to $500 to nonprofits supporting Michigan kids. Go Tigers!
Brought to you in part by Meyer, an official partner of the Detroit Tigers. Michael Stefanik at the plate. A 1-0 pitch for a called strike. 8-9-1 hitters to face Jack Flaherty, working with a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the third. The 1-1. Curveball low and away. Some bigger misses with the curveball. Oftentimes, Bobby, when he's missing, the good misses are over the plate and down.
Yeah.
Feels like it's a little sweepy, more than we're used to. So far for Flaherty tonight, 2-1. Fastball, check swing, tapped it foul right at the home plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
No, Dan, you're right about that. It's a little bit looser breaking ball than we've used to seeing from him. That slider's good tight slider, good line, and good bite. And that curveball got a different shape to it. Clearly, it's a different pitch. But normally, it's a little bit tighter than it is now. It's kind of wide, like you said.
2-2. Swinging a line drive to right field. That'll be a base hit. Fastball up and over the plate. Stefanik, in an Angels uniform in recent years, has never had much success at the major league level. Got called up after coming to Toronto in the offseason. And for average, there's no power in that bat. For average at AAA before the call-up, that's his first hit of this year and his second at-bat. 230 career hitter. Almost all of his hits have been singles. Does have some speed, not a big base-stealing threat. Slider away. Jonathan Clase showed bunt, pulled the bat back. Clase switch hitter batting from the left side. McKinstry pinching in tight at third. Fastball up and away, and this is kind of what we've been seeing. So after the good start to the game, 93-94 with life up, now we're seeing 90-91 and kind of the slumping of the shoulders after Jack Flaherty finishes the pitch and misses, or just not happy with the way he finished the 2-0. Swinging a fly ball down the right field line, deep. Carpenter to the wall, has room, makes the catch. His throw will go to second base. Stefanik retreats to first. Class A. Deep fly ball, out number one. Let's pause for station identification. The series is brought to you in part by Mastercraft, heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric for fast service and the best price. Choose Mastercraft. Bo Bichette takes fastball better. Away, 93 for a called strike one. Flaherty gets the ball back, flips it from the glove to the bare hand, working third base side. Ball behind the back, glove at the belt, gets the sign and sets, places that left foot in front of the right when he sets. The strike one, fouled out of play, so he just challenged there with 92 in. Bichette was late.
I'd like to see that from Jack Flaherty. First pitch, fastball away. Glove side down, was able to execute that pitch. You can do that. You start to get your delivery in sync. Good things could be happening for Jack Flaherty.
Stefanik draws a throw from Flaherty. Blue Jays team doesn't steal many bases, and they do not run the bases very well. It is a night and day difference in how these teams run the bases, how aggressive they are. The other thing you really notice about this Blue Jays team, they hit a lot of balls on the ground, and there are a lot of guys who are great double play candidates, including this guy at the plate, Bichette. Flaherty's done a nice job getting the ground ball when he needs it with men on base this year. Is swinging and a miss. Knuckle curve. He won't be able to get the double play ball in this inning because he just wiped out Bichette on one of his best curveballs of the night.
Wow, that was really good. Good tight line and shape from that pitch from Jack Flaherty. And that one, like you said, Dan, he swept there a little bit earlier. That one was 12-6 straight down. Now, that's a shape we don't usually see from him either. His is normally more 1-7. But that was a 12-6 hammer right there. Strike the ball. Good pitch from Flaherty.
Fastball. Was that a ball? Oh, my goodness.
No way he just balled that.
3 balls with in the strike zone.
I was going to say 2. You got more than I do, but either way, it's way in there.
Ball 1. One of the biggest misses you'll ever see. Fastball, same spot. Vlad Guerrero Jr. swings and misses, but you can't afford to miss that with this guy at the plate. Oof, my goodness. Upright stance. Bends at the waist toward the plate. Tucks that left shoulder in. Cracks a bat tight over the right. Ground ball to second. Torres will charge field the knee-high bounce. An easy toss to Torkelson from about 40 feet away. Vlad Guerrero Jr. grounds out.
Oh, the big hits.
At the wall, good! No doubt about it!
Oh, the great grabs.
Oh, wow! You gotta be kidding me! What a K-ball!
And oh, the swagger.
And he does it in grand fashion!
Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning fast hour.
Oh, my goodness! What a show! You better believe it!
Quick pitch. Late nights and early mornings only on MLB Network.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just So happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2, and a home run by the Wizards. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Michigan's corn farmers innovate every year to protect our environment while providing food, fuel, and fiber. Find out more at micorn.org.
Zach McKinstry leads off against Bowden Francis. 4th inning, 1-0 Tigers. Pitch down, taps it foul down the first base line. Baseman, big arm. He's even with the grass and well off the line. McKinstry takes a curveball down and in. One of the strengths of this Toronto team is their defense. Really strong at third. So far, second, and the outfield really shines. Splitter away. You see the inconsistency in that splitter.
Yeah,
Kind of absolutely fading up and away from lefties, but not too many hit. Maybe the best one, Nicole Keith striking him out. Fastball up and away. Fastball 93-94 in the first inning. It's more 89-90. Second trip through. Bowden Francis hittable kind of early, middle, and late. The 3-1. Perfect on the black away. Fastball for a called strike 2. McKinstry hitting 285, just steady. Production all year and line drives everywhere. Gives you a good at-bat. Draw walk to get on base. The 3-2. Swing and a foul. Tipped off the glove of the catcher, Kirk. Dingler Sweeney to follow. Since Green's home run in the second inning, as Bobby said, off a curveball, Tigers have had 4 more base runners. Another hard hit ball in that second inning. The Dingler single. 4 hard hit balls in the third. The 3-2 is swinging a high fly ball down the right field line. It's deep. Lucas. Zach McKinstry with number 2. Tigers take a 2-0 lead in the fourth.
Quality at-bats from Z-Mac continue to come. This one ends up in a homer for him. It was a splitter, middle. Didn't do a whole lot. Dan, you talked about the quality of his splitter. Really inconsistent. That one did next to nothing, right in the middle of the plate, and Z-Mac made him pay. Second homer of the year, right down the right field line. Gotta love that.
And that thing was so high, just wasn't sure if it was going to carry that far, and it did. Dingler swings, fouls it out of play. Every Tigers home run this year is a Little Caesars Pizza home run. Order online for delivery or pizza portal pickup. Fourth inning brought to you by Wallside Windows, local and family owned, celebrating 81 years as Michigan's lead for windows. Dingler takes ball 1, line drive single, first time up. The 1-1. Speaking of foul, boy, that's a slider that's outer third, but still, that's in the hanger category.
It's absolutely in the hanger category. We said at the top of the show, if you just look at how he goes about it, there's going to be some good hitting for these guys tonight. They've taken advantage thus far. let him off the hook a little bit in the third.
Mm-hmm.
But
Although they did hit the ball hard.
They did. You can't do anything about that at that point.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with the fastball up. Again, 91 is going to see swing and miss because of some of the properties of that fastball. Dingler strikes out. One out after the home run. That brings up Trey Sweeney. Tigers' offense just continues to produce, whether it's at home, whether it's on the road. I just love the way that the Tigers are averaging 5.5 runs a game, Bobby.
That's incredible.
Sweeney shows bunt, pulls the bat back. And I love that they're averaging 5 runs a game, a little over that at home, and almost 6 runs a game on the road. Swing and a miss. And it wasn't all because of Colorado and Anaheim. They can beat you playing small ball. They can beat you playing home run ball. The home runs are starting to fly. Swinging a pop-up foul, third base side, arcing high over by the netting, and caught right at the rail by Barger. Fine play.
That's a good play by Barger. Left-handed hitting Trey Sweeney. He was played off third base quite a bit, not quite in the 5-6 hole, but he had to go a long way to get that ball, navigate the rail, make sure it didn't hit the net on the way down. And once he caught, he had to keep himself out of the camera well. That's a nice play.
Tigers are on pace to score, and it's always tricky to do this. Be on pace too. But when you're 45 games in, and this is game 45, Baez takes first pitch, strike one. We've talked about it. Every year you're looking where teams are at game 40, swing and a miss. It really is usually, not always, but usually an indicator of where they're going to end up. If you're a top 5 offense, you're probably going to be right around the top 5 at the end of the year. If you're a top 2 offense right now, which is where the Tigers are, there's a pretty good chance you're going to end up in the top 3 or 4 in the American League in run score. Baez takes a pitch up. But, Bobby, they're on pace to score 200 runs more than they did a year ago.
That's incredible.
I'm not sure they can keep that up because that's 880.
Right.
But that's how good this offense has been. It's been a marvel to watch. The 1-2. Fly ball right field. He hit this one hard. Going back is Lucas. He's at the wall, and he'll make the catch as he backpedals one last step up against the wall. Baez hit it hard. It's the third out of the fourth. Nothing but good swings the last 2 innings against Bowden Francis.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2, and a home run by the Wizards. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's a great night for baseball. This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have collided. They showstopper. We're just playing Powerball. This place doesn't know what hit them. These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues. Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Detroit Tigers, and we're cheering them on every game to a winning season. Home is where your team is, and our home is right here in Detroit.
Dalton Varsho swings the first pitch from Jack Flaherty, fouls it back. This guy's up there to do one thing, launch. Takes a four-seam fastball up and not necessarily going to hit a ton of home runs, but he is up there to try to hit a home run. It feels like every time up, swing and a miss. Ball leaves his bat at a very high launch angles. We talked about the best hitters are kind of in that 12 to 18, I would say, Bobby.
That's right.
If you look at launch angles, the home run hitters who are just home run hitters are in that. In other words, the guys aren't going to hit for average necessarily. Are kind of in that 20 plus. Varsho's at 25. Launch angle, pitch a little bit down. But he is a great reminder. He's not going to hit for average. 210, 220 with some power, but a really good defensive center fielder who can hit a little bit. Varsho takes a pitch down, 3-2. This is a guy who had a WAR of 5 last year, almost all attributable to the position he plays and how well he plays at center field and left for that matter. The wind up, the 3-2, swinging a foul, slider on the back door. Varsho wasn't going to take a chance. Pretty aggressive hitter. There's a lot of swing and miss in this bat. How would you pitch him, Bobby, with that kind of that uphill swing?
I would show him the fastball up higher than high. He showed a propensity to chase it, and then you can go spin down and in if you want to.
3-2, hit high in the air, shallow left field on a fastball up. Ronnie Green over and in near the line makes the catch.
Got a good fastball. Jack Flaherty's fastball, again, he gets a pretty good extension. He's not a big high spin rate guy, but tonight it's coming out a little bit better. You can challenge him with that fastball up. You get it where you want to. You can do what he just did. Have him hit it to Riley or even pull side to Kerry Carpenter. And then if you want to, you can attack him with that spin down.
2-0 Tigers are in the bottom of the fourth inning. George Springer takes 95. You'll see that maybe once or twice a game from Jack Flaherty, middle of the plate, and it froze Springer, who's the DH tonight. The strike one. Swinging a fly ball, right field, fairly deep but playable. Carpenter went back and then they came in. Made the catch probably 20 feet in front of the warning track and right. So a routine fly to left. In the end, a routine fly to right on the bat of Springer. 2 out, space is empty for Alejandro Kurt. Instant replay brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. When you need the right call made, it's 1-800-CALL-SAM. Today's game brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Ready to help. Alejandro Kirk takes a 95-mile-an-hour fastball down and away. I think he's starting to feel it. We just didn't see this. Hasn't been perfect, but it's been a better fastball tonight. Livelier, better finish, swing and a miss, curveball. AJ talked about the importance of that fastball. Now he can start to mix his pitches, get ahead with the breaking ball, or get ahead with the fastball.
When you can get glove side down with your fastball, your delivery's in sync, and you can do whatever you want with the baseball at that point.
The wind up, the 0-2. Slider misses low and away.
These last 2 innings, we've seen Jack Flaherty get glove side down with his flat fastball, and it's been good ever since.
The 1-2. Fastball got him. Ooh, got a nice call. Fastball low and away, just what you were talking about. Glove side fastball, 95, called, third strike. Fourth strikeout of the night. Ends the fourth for Jack Flaherty. Tigers bat in the fifth. Trying to take game 1 of this 3-game weekend series with the Blue Jays in Toronto. They've got a 2-0 lead after 4.
Oh, the big hits.
At the wall, gone! No doubt about it!
Oh, the great grabs.
Oh, wow! You gotta be kidding me!
And all the swagger.
And he does it in grand fashion!
Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning fast hour.
Oh, my goodness! What a show! You better believe it!
Quick pitch. Late nights and early mornings only on MLB Network.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible.
Go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Bat at the top of the fifth inning. And Bobby Scales in the Rogers Center in Toronto. Jenny Honatsky and Paul Gatt are engineers tonight. Game one of a three-game weekend series. Kerry Carpenter swings at the first pitch from Bowden. Francis pops it up, and I don't think Barger can get this. He's got two and fouls there. Carpenter line drive single last time up. So I heard it right, that this is rivalry weekend. Tigers in Toronto.
Yes.
And some people were wondering why rivalry weekend, because this was one of the, now it's been a while, but still, I kind of like it. Carpenter takes a breaking ball down and in because it takes you back to the 1980s. Swinging a pop-up behind home plate, Kirk coming back, and that will get safely for Kerry Carpenter into the seats. Yes, you can have your Boston and Yankees, okay. But in the 1980s, for several years running, Toronto-Detroit was a great rivalry. Fans from Toronto came down to Tiger Stadium. Fans from Detroit came up to the old Exhibition Stadium. It's kind of a friendly rivalry. I mean, how could it not be, right? Ground ball through the right side of the infield. Stefano gave chase. Carpenter has his second hit of the night. Slowly closing in on 300. That actually should probably get him there. Came in hitting 295. Kerry Carpenter isn't just a power hitter. He's a hitter.
This dude can hit. He can flat out hit. He can launch the balls when you give him the right one to do it on. But this guy's going to hit. I don't care what league he plays in.
Tigers started 35-5 in 1984, and a couple of weeks after that, there was Toronto still three and a half games back. It's like, what do we have to do to get rid of these guys?
That's incredible.
35-5, we haven't put them away yet. Torres takes a pitch low and away, and then there was the big weekend in Detroit, big 4-game weekend series. Tigers had that magical matchup, swinging a pop-up. First base side, Guerrero reaches and makes the catch. Almost fell down the dugout steps at the end of the Tigers dugout. No Tigers down there to help him. Had he fallen down those steps.
Good play by him, too. Tried to get rid of the baseball before he fell in. If he carries that ball in.
Oh, Javi Baez was there. I was mistaken. A.J. Hinch is coming out to argue that
he threw from the dugout. You can't throw from the dugout. That's why he was getting rid of that baseball. And AJ's question is probably,
so if he goes down those dugout steps,
what's the threshold? Yeah, he's probably asking what the threshold is because he was on that top step falling in. And the interesting thing was Javi's trying to hold him from falling down the steps.
Just being a good fellow player. He wanted to get hurt. Torres pops out. Carpenter is at first. Colt Keith at the plate. This is the at-bat where Colt Keith gets to Bowden Francis. He has struck out twice. Pitch counts are brought to you every game by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. 5th inning. Pitch count at 75. That's out on track for an average pitch count. A little on the high side, but just 1 out. 1-0, up and away. Again, a fly ball pitcher who does not get many ground ball outs, and only a handful of double plays turned behind him so far. 2 more home runs allowed by Francis means he has now allowed 14 home runs in 46 innings of work. 2-0, swinging a foul straight back.
That was the one right there,
Was
Dan.
the one.
Yeah, it was. Fell behind 2-0. He went off speed, then fastball to get to 2-0. You knew he was getting the heater right there. Colt knew it too. He fired on it, fouled it off. It's a good pass at it. That's the one you want right there.
Left side of the infield shifts to the right dramatically. Bichette right up the middle. The outfield almost straight up. The 2-1. Swinging a line drive, base hit, 1 hop off the dirt into right center. Carpenter will watch Varsho field that ball, and he's going to stop at second base. Varsho, it's not that he has a big arm. It's a solid arm, but it's just that he closes so quickly, and that's what third base coaches talk about all the time.
Yep.
How quickly outfielders close and how quickly they get it in the air are the biggest factors in whether they're going to send it.
That's it. That's absolutely it. That'll be the biggest determining factor. And on that one, too, Kerry Carpenter had to hold a little bit from where he was leading off and getting the secondary lead at first base. It was a low-line drive. Couldn't quite see how close it was to the second baseman, Stefanik. Had to hold up, make sure that ball was on the ground. No chance to go at that point. But you're right, Dan. Varsho does a great job closing. Fast track here at this AstroTurf here at Rogers Center.
Riley Green's had 2 good swings. He gets buzzed up and in with the 2-seam sinking fastball, a pitch that he throws, well, about as often as Jack Flaherty. 89 high and tight, couple of games. I don't think Bowden Francis has a good feel of how to pitch to Riley Green right now. Swing the line drive down the right field line, hooking fair into the corner. Carpenter around third, he will score. Colt Keith full head of steam around third. Joey Core's got the left arm waving. Coming home, throw way up the line. Colt slides in safely, and the Tigers take a 4-0 lead. 2-run double for Riley Green.
Oh, what a swing by Riley Green. But Joey Core is some kind of aggressive. He is some kind of aggressive. That was a good play in the outfield there by Lucas. Gets it to Stefanik. He plenty of time. And I don't know that Colt Keith was at third base when Stefanik had the baseball. He didn't care. Joey Core doesn't care. He's crazy. Just send him anyway. But he's going to make you – the Tigers have the lead. He's going to make you make 2 perfect throws. They didn't do it. Colt scored. Second run coming in right there. 2 RBI double for Colt Keith. Sorry, Riley Green. Excuse me.
Man, I just love watching these Tigers run the bases. And it's some of the best base running the American League has seen in a long time. Curveball for a strike. We got the research department on this earlier today. Because all year long, Bobby, they've been above 50% going first to third, second to home on a single, or first to home on a double. That's taking the extra base. Swing and a miss. Extra base percentage in the American League every year, 40 to 42%. The Tigers are at 56% in how often they take the extra base.
Yeah.
The research department went back 35 years and found this many teams above 50%. 0 teams above 50% taking the extra base in the last 35 years. Fastball up and away. Most top out at 49. Cleveland back in 91 was right at 50%. This is incredible what the Tigers are doing. And it's been so outer edge, a little off, got the call. Torkelson takes a call third.
Man, this has been a work in progress since AJ Hinch got here. You don't just jump up in 1 year and do this. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to teach it in the minor leagues. This is how we're going to be expected to run the bases. When we go acquire guys, are they going to be bought into the way we do it? This is a collection of what has happened here the past 5-6 years.
Fastball up and away. Yeah, it's been building toward this.
100%. You don't just come in and say this is what we're going to do.
Right.
You have to get to this point. Then you have to have guys who have been doing it in your minor league system. And then when you acquire guys that do this, that have that type of mindset, so that when you get them, it's not a big leap to do these types of things.
McKinstry swings and hits a slicing drive down the left field line. Long run for Clase. Disappears from our view, and it's apparently just a foul. McKinstry homered his last time up. So when you're running that far above league average, 14 percentage points above league average, if you look at how often they go first to third, second home on singles, first to home on a double, total it all up, if they were at league average, they would have 25 fewer bases added to their collection.
Right.
25 fewer times going 90 more feet.
Right.
And you can kind of do the basic math of, well, every extra 90 feet is a quarter of a run. So you could translate that to roughly 6 extra runs. But, Bobby, it's more than that because of the way it energizes this offense and creates mistakes on the other side.
The second part of what you just said for me is the biggest part. These guys know one bobble, one mishandle, one slightly poor route to a ball, that's an extra 90 feet for your opposition.
2-1 is up and away. 3-1 on McKinstry.
That creates pressure for a defense. It's hard enough to catch the ball and throw it straight, period. But then when you add that kind of pressure, knowing that if you make one little mistake, one little bobble, have one little moment of indecision, they're taking another 90 feet on you, that is a tremendous amount of pressure to put on the defense every single time the ball's put in play.
3-1. Strike on the inside corner. Almost no teams are running on Wilyer Abreu. And the Tigers ran on him several times on a single to the outfield of the runner at second. And I think it caught him by surprise a couple of times.
100%, because guys with that kind of arm and that kind of accuracy, they get used to guys not going anywhere.
3-2. Away. Ooh, now that has been a strike tonight. That was on the black. Away. Pitches further away than that. To right-handed batters have been called the strike, and even just some lefties, but that's a break for the Tigers.
Boy, that's a good pitch for Francis. That's a pain.
Well, when you're kind of laboring,
you need that one.
You need that one.
You need that one.
Before Dylan Dingler digs in, actually, he'd already dug in. Alejandro Kirk out in front of home plate. Relaying some defensive signs. Green at second. McKinstry at first. 4-0 Tigers in the fifth. Trying to make it 30 wins in their first 45 games. Dingler takes fastball off the plate and in, ball one. Pitch count into the low 90s. For Bowden Francis, bullpen busy for the Toronto Blue Jays. Pretty good bullpen, protecting leads. Dingler takes fastball up. He chased that pitch in his first at-bat, laid off it. Again, always helpful to see a pitcher for a second, now a third time. You would think this is the last batter.
It's going to probably have to be.
Lefty throwing, lefty on deck. Whether he gets him out or whether he gets a hit, this is probably the last batter. 2-0, high and tight. Big miss. 3-0 on Dingler. On the verge of drawing his second walk of the year. The 3-0. Strike at the knees on the inside corner. Again, we've talked about the track record says that he's going to draw some walks, but the only way you get to walks is by hitting pitchers out of the strike zone.
That's it.
He's been making consistent, hard contact. The 3-1. Off the plate and in. Dylan Dingler draws his second walk. You can see the entire dugout. A little more muted than the first walk, which really brought it exploded.
That was raucous in Colorado.
This is more, but everybody, you can see them all clapping, pounding the padding on top of the railing. Dingler draws a walk that loads the bases, and that's the end of the day for Bowden Francis. Tigers have scored 4. They've got a chance to break this game wide open. Trey Sweeney coming up, lefty coming up.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Off Base is coming in a brand new format. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs as they explore all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base Podcast, Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network. The MLB Network Podcast is here. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Sundays at 11:30 Eastern.
Whether you're entertaining or unwinding, you can trust Pennington Grass Seed. Available at the Home Depot.
Fifth inning today is brought to you by Fargo Law. All they do is win. Trey Sweeney up, bases loaded, 2 outs. Mason Flew-Hardy takes over on the mound. Flew-Hardy's first pitch. Cutter up and away. It's an interesting 2-pitch mix, Bobby.
Yeah, 60% cutter, 40% sweeper. That's it.
That's a rare combo. Works extreme first base side of the rubber. Lefty places that left foot, or right foot in front of the left. Sweeper, swinging a foul tip. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sweeney struck out, popped out against the starter Bowden Francis.
Not a hard thrower. That cutter is only 89 or 90 miles an hour, sweeper at 81. They look very similar. Obviously, the sweeper is a little bit bigger, doesn't flash any depth, so it's going to be east-west with Flew-Hardy. Not so much north and south.
Tough to hit last year in the minor leagues. He's been unhittable in his 17 innings in his major league debut. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Big sweeper away from Sweeney. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You see why the lefties have a tough time with him. Like you said, Dan, extreme first base side, then closes off. Big leg kick, and then short arm stroke with that baseball coming to you.
He's shut down lefties, and righties have done nothing. Opponents are hitting 130 against this guy. The 1-2, swing and a foul. Apparently it's a good job just to get a piece of a pitch to foul it off. Opponents are 7 for 54, and impressively, for this lefty who doesn't throw hard, righties are hitting, 2 for 30 is 0.67. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The 1-2. Fastball up. That's a good take. Cutter, you can see it's just got a tight little break at the plate.
And it's almost like the fastball just got some finish to it. That little cutter just cuts it off just a little bit for it not to be straight.
The 2-2, swinging a miss, finish him off with a slider. Very confident-looking rookie pitcher out there. And here's a base-loaded Jan. Knew he could get the lefty out. But the way he's getting righties out, even more impressive. Tigers scored 2 straight and 3. 2 RBIs for.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Off Base is coming in a brand new format. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs as they explore all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base Podcast, Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network. The MLB Network Podcast is here. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Sundays at 11:30 Eastern.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
mi.gov/achievement.
Flaherty working with the 4-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Addison Barger, Nathan Lucas, Michael Stefanik. To face him, first pitch fastball right on the black. Inner half of the plate. Barger takes strike one. Up and away. Barger's 25 years old, 6th round pick 7 years ago out of high school down in Tampa. 1-1, fastball strike at the knees. Debuted last year, really struggled. The minor leagues showed he could hit in that 260 range, a lot of walks and solid extra base power. Debuted last year with Toronto, hit under 200 with some power. 1-2, swing a line drive, base it into right. Toronto folks have been impressed by his recent at-bats. He's got some pop. Line drive single to start the 5th inning. So Jack Flaherty's now giving up 3 hits. They've all been leadoff singles or doubles. Bichette started the game with a line drive double. The previous 2 innings started with a hit. He worked to 1, 2, 3. Nathan Lucas batting. First pitch. Fastball up and away. Another lefty batter before last game when Texas hit 4 home runs, all by lefties. You can make a strong case Jack Flaherty would rather face lefties because he'd been much better. Lucas fouls it off against lefties since the beginning of last year. In his time with the Tigers, time with the Dodgers. 4 home runs in 3 innings. He'd given up 5 all year before that. The 1-1. Fastball up and away. Still a little scattershot with the fastball, but definitely better with the finish, the life. He's got some weak ground balls. In terms of the balls that have not been hit, good ground ball to second base, fielded by Torres, flipped down to Sweeney for 1. That is a tailor-made 4-6-3 double play.
Love to see that from Jack Flaherty. Gets a ground ball, gets a double play ball off the bat of Lucas. But then to your point with the fastball, this just been better. It's coming out, yeah, it visually looks better, but I feel like there's more conviction. I'm going to bury this thing glove side. I'm going to hit my fastball down on the way arm side. And when you do that, it permeates your entire arsenal. You saw a good slider backdoor there, got the rollover ground ball, and it was a double play.
Fastball for a strike. Remember, it was exactly what A.J. Hinch said at the beginning of the year. The key to that fastball is, yes, location matters, but for him, conviction matters. The strike 1. Slider misses low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And you have to do that, even though Jack Flaherty throws almost 50% off-speed pitches, whether it be the slider or the curveball. You got to have conviction in whatever you're doing, and it starts with the fastball and the location of it.
1-1, fly ball left center. This one's deep off the bat of Stefanik, but going back, Ronnie Green, he'll make the catch in left center. Looked good off the bat. That ball died.
It did.
In the left center field.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. The next phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-1 game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free. No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
He's on fire.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Ram Trucks. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Food made to order. Why the sheep's not? Enjoy what you want when you want. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Order online at sheets.com or on the app.
Sixth inning today is brought to you by the Jack M. Automotive Group. Couldn't experience the Denver difference. 9-1-2 hitters. Baez, Carpenter, Torres. Against Mason Fluharty. The accent apparently on the first syllable, Fluharty. 5th round pick 3 years ago out of Liberty University. The strike one to Javi Baez, swinging a ground ball to short. Fielded by Bichette. Flips it over to first. Well, the Blue Jays jerseys are black, as we mentioned. And for a moment there on that ground ball to Bichette with the second base umpire, Steven Yashinsky, shaded on the left field side of second base, I thought, the Blue Jays are using a 3-man infield on the left. You can't do that. And I realized, no, that's...
I'm surprised they don't have the light blues on. You don't have the way they'll wear the light blue jerseys. They're umpire tops, I guess.
It did caught my eye. I'm like, why are there 3 infielders on the left side? Carpenter takes a pitch outside. Our first look at Mason Fluharty. And again, this is impressive the way he has started. Ground ball to first. Scooped up. Carpenter had 2 hits his first 3 at-bats. 4 pitches, 2 outs. Check a couple of scores in the 1-800-CALL SAM Studios scoreboard. Tigers started the day trying to put a little distance between themselves and the rest of the Central. Minnesota's still in 4th place in the Central with an 11-game winning streak. I mean, they're doing everything right now. They're pitching, they're hitting. Their pitching has been phenomenal. Torres takes a pitch up and away. So the Tigers start the day with a 3.5-game lead over Cleveland, 4.5 over Kansas City, 5 over Minnesota. Minnesota trying to make it 12 straight. Has a 2-0 lead at Milwaukee in the second. Swinging a foul out of play, 1 for 3 for Gleyber Torres.
That's amazing, though. I mean, obviously a long way to go in this thing, but just shows you how well this division is playing collectively.
Cleveland lost at Cincinnati 5-4. Torres takes a strike, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the Tigers have a chance to open up a 4.5-game lead over the second-place team. Kansas City home against St. Louis. 1-0 St. Louis. That game is on the top of the 4th inning. 1-2, up and away. Kansas City's got very, very good pitching. Again, the top pitching teams in the American League. It's the best at run prevention. Kansas City, Minnesota, Tigers are all in the top 5. Cleveland's getting there. 2-2, swing and a foul tip. He just got a piece of the sweeper to stay alive. But Kansas City still not scoring runs. That was a pretty good offense the last year and a half. They started to heat up at the end of 23, but they're still 14th. Chicago White Sox 15th. Rangers have pulled ahead to 13th, but all 3 of those teams very low run scoring, below 3.5 runs a game. 4-0 Tigers. We're in the top of the 6th inning. First of 3 here in Toronto this weekend. The 2-2 bounced the sweeper. Gleyber Torres came in hitting .289. 5 home runs, 24 RBIs. That doesn't even begin to tell the story of the impact he has had on this lineup.
No, it doesn't. And good numbers, period, full stop. But the impact he's had on each one of these hitters, just making them a little bit better, a little smarter.
Swinging a foul out of play.
If you do that, you get a veteran guy like Gleyber Torres, as much time as he has in the big league, still young, not even 30 years old yet, what he can contribute on the field, but more importantly, what he's been able to convey to these other Tiger hitters about just being a professional at bat, professional hitting, been tremendous.
Swinging a foul out of play. Just that veteran voice. He's only 28, but that veteran voice about what are they trying to do to you in this at bat? Because the Tigers still have a very young roster.
Right. And it's one thing to have I say this, another guy come over. But Gleyber Torres has been a guy. He's been a guy in New York. And so you have that level of experience. You know, what is this guy going to do to me? This is what it looks like. Invaluable.
3-2 grounded to third. Barger's going to get a chance to show off that big arm. He just kind of flat-footed flicked it over to first. The ball jumped out of his hand as advertised. 5-3 put out ends the 6th inning. A 1-2-3-4 flew Hardy in the Blue Jays. We're to the bottom of the 6th inning. 4-0 Tigers.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2, and a home run by the Wizards. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Off Base is coming in a brand new format. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs as they explore all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base Podcast, Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network. The MLB Network Podcast is here. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Sundays at 11:30 Eastern.
Flaherty pitching to the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch, knuckle curve, gets a half cut from Jonathan Clase. Swing and a miss on the half cut. Strike one. Flaherty's been strong through 5. Swinging a foul out of play. Follows the curveball up with the fastball. What did AJ talk about on the pregame? Working ahead, winning the race to 2 strikes. He didn't say that. We'll say that.
Yeah.
But getting ahead with secondary pitches like the slider and curveball, he's done it both. He's done it with all 3 pitches tonight. Knuckle curve down and in, and unofficially, this is the 18th batter, so finishes the 2nd trip through the lineup. Unofficially on my scorecard, I've got 2 3-ball counts all night, and really not many other 2-ball counts.
I think that's right, man.
And that's a sharp contrast to his last start, but really recent starts. Soft tap foul, he would win the race to 2 strikes, meaning 2 strikes, 2 of the first 3 pitches, and then he would lose that at-bat. And the at-bat would end up at 3-2, and he would either walk or have the ball put in play. But I always want to finish it off on one of the next 2 pitches. He's been doing a great job of that tonight. 1-2, fastball got him. That's a beauty. 95 down and away, and we've seen a lot of 95s tonight. 5th strikeout to end the 2nd trip through the lineup for Jack Flaherty.
No, that's tremendous. He throws that one down arm side, gets glacé, but we've seen the command down arm side, down glove side, up when he needed to. Again, say it quite a bit, but when you have your fastball working the way his is, his spin's only enhanced.
Bo Bichette. He's been a little more disciplined this year, but all we see when we see him, he's always swinging at the first pitch, and he swung out of his shoes to try to hit a knuckle curve and missed it badly. The strike 1, and he follows it up with a fastball. Knee-high, inner half, strike 2. Lots of 0-2 and 1-2 counts tonight. This has been a terrific performance from Jack Flaherty. Working at a good pace. The 0-2 bounces the curveball. Strikeout update brought to you again by Carbliss, the official ready-to-drink canned cocktail. That is the 5th strikeout of the night for Jack Flaherty. 3 have been on swinging third strikes. The last 2 have been called thirds. Waggle of the glove, arms up over his head. The 1-2. Fastball just below the knees. I thought Trip Gibson, right shoulder twitch a little bit.
A little twitch, stood up onto that crouch a little bit. He wanted to. Wasn't quite there.
2-2. Ground ball, chop foul. Slider down the misses on the slider, or curveball have been pitches that they aren't misses in the middle of the plate.
They aren't misses in the middle, but they're competitive misses. Meaning there's value when you're close to the zone. The ones too many non-competitive misses in his last few starts.
2-2, curveball, bottom rail, tap foul. Bichette will see at least 7 pitches in this trip to the plate. Doubled on a 2-2 pitch to start the game. Was stranded at second. That's the only base runner who's advanced past first through 5 1/3. This begins the 3rd trip through the lineup. 2-2, swinging a foul. Irritating. That was 95 in a good spot away. Bichette expanded a little bit, made sure he didn't take a called third, fouled it off.
Just off the plate away. I mean, that's a pretty good foul from Bichette right there.
8th pitch of the at-bat. Got him. He went back in and froze him.
That's just a good fastball. Attitude heater from Jack Flaherty. You don't get a lot of attitude heaters from him. That's usually Bo Brisky, Will Best territory. But that absolutely was. He went glove side away. Bichette fouled it off, and he said, "Here, big boy, hit this one 94 miles an hour on that inner corner."
3rd trip through is in the trouble spot for Jack Flaherty. It's been much talked about. He's not going to give it much credence. Fastball check swing from Vlad Guerrero Jr., just meaning that he feels like I pitched well to the first 2 times through. There's every reason I can do that the 3rd time through, and I have done that a few times. It's just when he hasn't, it stood out. Guerrero takes a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. But it's something we keep an eye on because it's been a factor. The wind up, the 1-1. I like how he's going in on these righties.
Yeah.
Fastball misses, but still, I like that.
That's what you got to do. You want to be successful, you got to be able to pitch inside, especially right on right. The way his stuff works gives you the opportunity to throw whichever breaking ball you want away.
2-1. Fastball, bottom rail for a called strike. He is pounding these guys down and in. And they're taking a lot of those.
I think these guys they're not expecting him to pitch this way. He's throwing a lot more fastballs with a lot more conviction than he normally throws.
The 2-2. Soft ground ball down the third base line. That'll be an infield hit for Vlad Guerrero. McKenzie will just pick it up and hand it off to Jack Flaherty, who throws it out of play. Toronto fans haven't had much to cheer about. A hearty cheer for a little infield dribbler with 2 outs here in the 6th inning.
That was a curveball way down. Rear end out, barrel of the bat, just gets a piece of it. Couldn't roll it out there in a better spot.
Brings up Dalton Varsho. Again, kind of an all-or-nothing hitter. Been better against righties his first few years in the major leagues. Now better against lefties for this lefty the last 2 years. First pitch, slider down, swing and miss. Sweeney at short, shades up the middle. McKinstry deep and off the line at third. The outfield. Green and Nutt, Baez in center, Carpenter and right. All shift to the left against this lefty just a little bit. Fastball strike, 96 on the black, 0-2.
Jack's feeling it right now. He's just letting it eat.
This will be the 90th pitch of the night. He'd like it to be the last here in the 6th. Fly ball, left field, deep, trouble. Green back, looking up, gone. On an 0-2 pitch, Dalton Varsho gets another fastball and did not miss. Blue Jays are on the board. Now trailing 4-2.
You got to wonder how Varsho even got to this pitch. That ball was up 96 miles an hour. He just threw his bat head out there. That ball was a ball off the plate that got to him. And he got to it, I should say, and hit in the Toronto bullpen.
That will be the end of the night. Jack Flaherty wanted that 90th pitch to be his last by the...
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today, Albo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an elbow taco. His 13th and a 2-1 game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free. No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
He's on fire.
Change your game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Red Rocks. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
And some pizza. You said that twice. Try Mountain Dew Mango Rush. Only at Little Caesars. Only for a limited time.
Pizza. Available at participating locations for a limited time while supplies last. Do Mountain Dew and the Mountain Dew logo are registered trademarks of PepsiCo Inc.
Brendan Hannafy is the new Tigers pitcher. Pitching change brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. Terrific start through 21 innings for Hannafy. Long slicing foul off the bat of George Springer down the right field line on the first pitch from Hannafy. 18th appearance. So far, Bobby, 1.71 ERA through 21 innings. Strike one. Fastball sinks low and in. That's his pitch.
That's it. 70% of the time, you're going to get that good two-seam sinking fastball pouring in. 95, 96 miles an hour slider.
The 1-1. Back Springer away with another 96-mile-an-hour sinker.
Yeah, just about 90% of the time, just over 90% of the time, there's going to be some combination of that sinker and that slider.
Righty works first base side, the 2-1. Fastball, tremendous swing back. Springer didn't think that it swung back that much, but it's tremendous when he throws it away to a righty, how much it can snap back out of the plate with a lot of run, the 2-2. Swinging a foul over the screen. As far as first station identification, this is the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Two is swinging a soft ground ball foul down the third base line. Final line for Jack Flaherty. Solid start. Brought to you by Fogger Law. All they do is win. He goes 5 2/3. Disappointing ending, I know, but 2 runs and 5 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. Hannafy from a modified full windup delivers low and away. That's a start to build off of, Bobby.
100%, without question. And it all starts with getting the strike one, being more efficient. The fastball was better, up a tick.
3-2 swinging the tap foul. As you said, that last pitch, I mean, not luck for Varsho, but still, it wasn't a bad pitch.
It wasn't a bad pitch. That was a ball off the plate. It was up. If anything, if you want a nitpick, sure, it was elevated, but that was probably the place to go with Varsho with the way his swing works a little bit uphill. But he just got to it, and sometimes it happens that way.
3-2. Soft tap foul. This is another long at-bat. The Shed had an 8-pitch at-bat earlier in the inning. Springer's going to see 10 pitches in this trip to the plate. Barger saw 10 before drawing a walk in the second inning. And if he generally will not walk you. 3-2. Swing and a miss. He tied him up inside at 97. Springer strikes out. Blue Jays get on the board on the 2-out, 2-run home run from Varsho after the little infield dribbler single from Vlad Guerrero Jr. Tigers bat in the 7th inning.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Apo Taco. Do you know what it means? Apo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Apo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app at MLB.com.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Switch him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He's on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Ram Trucks. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one to the right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizards. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Tigers now before 2 lead. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Justin Henry Malloy has grabbed the bat. Your pregame guest, Bobby. Yeah, AJ had nice things to say about him, not only after the game the other day, but on the pregame today. This is a very different role. He's getting used to being in the major leagues and not playing a whole lot. Or as AJ said, not starting necessarily, but he is a factor in every game because now opposing managers have to know where he is. And that AJ might use him at any time. And he's, as AJ said, showing some calm in the big moments. It's impressive. 1-0 in the dirt, down and in. Brendan Little, another lefty on the mound.
Yeah. Little out there, curveball, sinker, cutter. The 3-pitch mix, just over 90% of his offerings are going to be that curveball and the sinker.
2-0 to Justin Henry Malloy at the walk-off hit. Fastball below the knees gets a called strike from Tripp Gibson. Still good hitters count for Malloy. 2-1. Bounce up to home plate. Kirk didn't really want to block that ball. He's going to get out of the way. 3-1 for Malloy.
No, I think it's interesting that AJ used those choice of words, showing a lot of calm. When you get to the big leagues, you're a young player. You want to establish yourself. You have a tendency to you just want to make it happen all together, but you have to be calm.
Check swing. Fastball low. 3-2.
You know, you really have to be calm. You really have to have a sense about you when you're operating in the situations that AJ puts him in, and you have to have that demeanor and the ability to slow the game down. And Jay Hain's starting to find that. You're starting to see it right now.
3-2. Got him. Throws him at the knees with the fastball. Looked like he was in between it that whole at bat.
He did, and then on top of that, Little bounce 3 pitches in that at bat, and all of a sudden he paints down and away from it 93 miles an hour with that cutter or that sinker.
With that sinker, as Bobby said, one of his 2 primary pitches, ton of ground balls, not a lot of hard contact with Little on the mound. Again, this is a good back end of the bullpen. The rotation has had its struggles. Bottom 3 in the American League by ERA. Bullpen more middle of the pack, but those guys at the back end, there's some quality there. Sinker for a strike to Rodney Green. 1 ball, 1 strike. Another good game for Rodney. 3-hit game. Last game on the homestand with a home run and a double. Double and a home run tonight. The 1-1, low and away. Terrible triples ballpark, so really tough to get the cycle here. The dimensions are pretty cozy. I'm still surprised with the changes they made that this has become a better home run ballpark. But big foul territory is part of that. Low and away. Big foul territory will always level the playing field between pitchers and hitters. Remember, this is a multi-purpose stadium when it was built. They tried to make it now just more of a baseball park. Several $100 billion in changes recently. Ground ball, foul over the bag. Very close, but not reviewable at the first base umpire. Ryan Blackney says foul, or any first base umpire, not just Ryan Blackney. Says foul.
He's the only one, huh, Dan?
Only if Ryan Blackney's at first and he says foul, is it not reviewable?
That's right.
That's how good he is. 3-2 on Rodney Green. His 11th home run of the year was on a curveball deep to left center. His double pulled down the right field line, scored 2. 3 RBIs tonight. The 3-2 swing and a soft tap foul right at home plate. That go off his foot. I think it did. We're going to need a moment. Tigers had a lot of good swings. Chase Bowden Francis from this game in the 5th inning. 2 good lefty arms coming out of the bullpen. Fastball, strike 3. Outer third, squarely in the strike zone. Rodney Green frozen by the fastball. 2 called third strikes off fastballs. 2 outs in the 7th. Tigers leading 4-2. 7th inning brought to you by Verizon, the #1 network in Detroit. Hardest working player brought to you by Carhartt, proud to support Detroit Tigers baseball and all the hardworking people who make it possible. This goes to Jack Flaherty. I know it'll mean a lot to him. Go 5 2/3, but it truly a very good start. Not that he necessarily needed a start to build off of, but after that start, it's good to see him come out. Better fastball, much better results.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Had command of his stuff for the most part. Challenge guys.
Torkelson takes a strike. Now pitch down and in. So it's 3:28 down both lines. which is what, like 110 meters, something like that.
I think that's right.
We're not going to do the conversion. Never mind. The 1-1 swing and a miss. 375 to the power alleys, but the changes just made it more visually appealing. Kind of a little curve and a little curve on the outfield walls. So it's not just a symmetrical fence. It goes left to right, 400 to straightaway center. The 1-2, swinging a tap foul. I don't know what they're doing with the wall heights. They're 14 feet from the line out to sort of left center. And then it goes down 3 feet, and then it angles up like a slow gangplank. And then it goes down to 8 feet in center field, and then it goes back a little odd on the heights of the wall. Pitch bounces up to home plate, and maybe that's taking away a few home runs. I don't know. It could be, because the dimensions are very cozy for home runs. But again, kind of plays neutral, middle of the pack. Get more doubles here, but for run scoring, for home runs, since the changes have been made, kind of neutral. Torkelson will see at least 7 pitches in this trip to the plate. The 2-2 bounces up to home plate.
I gotta be honest with you, Dan. I don't know that I've ever seen a catcher with block the ball the way Alejandro Kirk does. He almost gets out of the way and tries to pick everything.
3-2 way inside. 7th pitch of the at-bat is ball 4. Torkelson hit by a pitch earlier, lined out, smoked the ball in his second at-bat, and struck out his last time up. That extends the inning for Zach McKinstry. Yeah, he really does. He doesn't want to throw his body in front of it, picks it.
And Trip Gibson, I don't know that he's a couple balls kind of eluded.
He would rather maybe he block it.
Yeah.
Ground ball chopped to short on a big hop for Bichette. Fields the shoulder-high ball, flips it over to Guerrero at first. McKinstry bounces out. Tigers going to walk in no more. 7th inning stretch time in Toronto. Brought to you by DTE. Manager Energy Use and Save.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizards. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan, and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the players.
Hey, Kevin, what's going on? So Hannaford's still on the mound for the Tigers. Kirk at the plate for the Blue Jays. 2-0 count. 4-2 Detroit, bottom of the seventh. There's a strike. Fly ball, right center field. Baez has it. 1 out. Thanks, Kevin, for stopping in. King, good to see you, brother. First pitch is a strike. Well, I'm sorry, 1-1 on Barger. 2-1. Yeah, I just sat down. My legs been bothering me, so wasn't able to start off the game. Barger's 1-for-1 today, 242 on the year. Just outside, 3 balls and a strike. Yeah, sometimes it works out that way. Watching it online. Fly ball in the right center field. Baez, he turns and looks. Is that a home run? It hit the wall, came back, and they're calling it a home run. It did look like it went over the light blue line. Javi's saying it's not. Couldn't really tell. McKinstry's saying it's not a home run. No, it hit the light blue line. So that probably be a double. I think it's going to be a double. They're saying it hit out the light blue line from the looks of it. Yeah, that's not a home run hitting out the light blue line there. Kevin, what do you think of that new great center fielder the Tigers have now? Everybody else? As long as they get start hitting again, I'm happy. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a double. There you go. You got it right. Yeah. That brings up Straw. Straw's coming up the loop. Straw's hitting 292 this year for 700 OPS. Barger had the home run jacket on and everything. Get out of there. It's a strike. 1 out, runner at second. Barger wanted that jacket on quickly. Here's the 0-1. Outside, 1-1. I'm half of the seventh. Toronto, 4-2 Detroit. Started for the Tigers. Just a 1-1. Outside 2-1. I'm watching it online. MLB. Free weekend this weekend. You go to the website, MLB.com, then click on the game, click on watch. You don't need a subscription this weekend. Ground ball past first base. That'll get a run in. Draw drives it past Torkelson at first. That's 4-3. Stuck his bat out there, drove it down the right field line. So Toronto's within the run now, 4-3. Batters out talk to Hannafy. That'll bring up Stefanik, second baseman, who's 1 for 2 today. 333 on the year. They usually show 1 free game a day, Kevin, and they're playing against runner, swinging foul tip in the catcher's net, and runner safe at second. Foul tip in the mid. I don't know if that slowed down Dingler getting it out there. Might have. Torres, no, he's got his hand in there. He got his hand in there. I don't know. It's close. If you got the leg right there. Boy, I don't know. Really hard to tell. If he got that leg for his hand. I think they're going to stay with safe. I don't see it clear. Yeah, he's safe. I think on that last angle, it looked like he was safe. Is he tagged yet? Oh, maybe he did get him. Boy, I don't know. It's hard to say. His leg is blocking the way, but that one you can't tell at all. I don't know why they're showing this angle. They caught him safe. I think it's just they didn't have enough evidence to overturn it. Well, it's an 0-1 count of Stefanik. Runner at second with 1 out. Bottom of the seventh, 4-3 Detroit. Righty against righty. Just outside 1-1. Fouls it off. 1-2. See if Hanley can hit him here. No, he didn't bite on it. Low for ball, 2-2. Just be warming up in the Tigers bullpen. Here's the 2-2. Bounces it down to third over first. 2 outs. Runner holds at second. Got to bring up place. 0 for 2 today. Hit 100 on the year. Ground ball to first. Dork picks it up. Oh, did he get him? Oh, Dork was in between tossing it and running over there. He ran it over there and had to slide to the first base. So, wow. Don't hurt that ankle. We'll go to the top of the 8. 4-3 Detroit. All right. All right, we'll go to the top of the 8th. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Tigers. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Blue Jays. See if Brandon Little comes back out. We got Dingler, Sweeney, and then Baez coming up for the Tigers. DJ Hitch is out talking to the umpires during the break. Probably just talking that Chad Green is the new pitcher for the Blue Jays. Dingler fouls off the first pitch. 18 2/3, 3.38. Here's the 0-1 to Dingler. Outside, 1-1. Trey Sweeney on deck. Dingler 1 for 2 today. 273 on the year, 740 OPS. Fly ball in right field. And that's going to go land in the seats. Foul ball. Oh, 2-2. I think they're all doing that today. Flaherty, I think, was wearing his that way, wasn't he? Excuse me. 2-2. Outside, 3-2. Like to see us get at least a run or two here. Still at ease. Fouls it off. I think the pitchers are doing that today or something. I don't know. They're wearing their camouflage hats. Here's the full count. Fly ball out behind second. 1 out. That brings up Trey Sweeney. He's 0 for 3 today. Struck out twice. 261 on the year. That's usually when they wear the camouflage hats, so I'm going to assume it is. This looks like Toronto's, what do they call that? The City Connect uniforms? Just outside, they said. Ball one. Fly ball in the left field over in the corner. I say he's got it at the Warner track. 2 outs. Brings up Javi Baez, 0 for 3 today, 302 on the year, 822 OPS. There's a strike. You know, Kevin, even though Baez having a great year or a good year for himself, finally, they haven't moved him up in the batting order. So, you know, they're still not fully trusting in his bat, I don't think. Deep, deep left center field and gone. Gone. Solo home, 6th of the year, 28th RBI of the season, and it's 5-3 Detroit. Hey, Brett, how you doing? Javi Baez, just as I said that, slams a solo homer deep in the left center field. Kerry Carpenter, he's out 2 for 4, scored a run. He struck out once, hitting 300 on the year. Javi Baez. You think they're going to move him up in the batting order at all, Kevin, or they still just kind of scared and they're just going to leave him there to see? Probably till after the All-Star break, I'd say. Carpenter comes up, fouls it off. I don't understand why pitchers throw him inside. Last year, everything they threw outside, he swung and missed at. I'm glad to throw. If I was a pitcher, I'm throwing Javi Baez on the outside part of the plate all day long. 1-2, 2 outs, 1 run in. Here's Carpenter. Swing and a miss. We'll go to bottom half of the 8th. 5-3 Detroit. Yeah. But then again, is he? I haven't seen many games, so. Actually, I think this is probably. I think this Might be only the second game I've seen. I did the Dodgers and Tigers at the beginning of the year when they got swept by the Dodgers. Well, coming up for Toronto will be Bichette, Guerrero, and then Barstow. Tigers lead at 5-3, 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors. With the Blue Jays have 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors. See if Hannafy comes back out. I don't think Hannafy's coming back out though. I've had people tell me, "Oh, they moved him to center field, so he's more relaxed now." Seems like he likes playing out there in center field. I don't know if he has the speed to cover it all the time, but oh, okay, Brisky, yeah, that's right. But to put the guy in the center field, I guess it's the easiest position to play in the outfield is center field. More natural anyway, seeing the ball coming off the bat. Yeah. Oh, Tommy Kahn's a new pitcher for the Tigers. Outside, 1-0. Andy, I thought it was Kahn. Uh, Bo Bichette leads it off, 1 for 3 today. Struck out twice, 290 on the year. First pitch is a ball. Deep, 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 and gone. He crushed it. Was that on the third deck? Oh my goodness. 5-4. Somebody woke up the Blue Jays, I think. Wow. That brings up Vladdy. He's 1 for 3 today, scored a run, struck out, 294 on the year. Wow. Yeah, Bichette is. There's a strike. First pitch. Yeah. Who's better, Bichette or Guerrero? Doesn't matter, does it? They're close. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball to second. Torres throws him out. 1 out. Brings up Dalton Barstow. He's 1 for 3 today. Scored a run, 2 RBIs, 233 on the year. Don't make a mistake to this guy neither. There's a strike. Don't make a mistake to this guy. He already hit one out. Here's the 0-1. But this pitcher looks like he's from the 1900s. The way he's got his stuff rolled up. Here's the 0-2. One out, nobody on. Springer on deck. Inside. 1-2. Pops it up. Foul. Yeah, his shirt is kind of big and baggy. That's the way they used to wear them, back in the early 19s and stuff, didn't they? Always had the clothing real loose. There's the pitch. Oh, he took that. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two and two. There's that changeup. So George Springer will come up to DH for Toronto. He's 0 for 3 today, 273 on the year. Way outside. Oh, that's what. Yeah, he's got the camouflage socks outside. 2-0. There's a strike. 2-1. Bottom of the eighth. 5-4 Detroit. Oh, nice fastball on the end part of the plate. 2-2. There's the 2-2 now. Oh, oh. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strikes him out. We're going to top of the ninth. They score 1. 5-4 Detroit. See if we can catch some other scores. Bottom of the ninth, Atlanta's beating Boston 4-1. Bottom of the eighth, the Yankees are beating the Mets 6-1. At the end of eight, excuse me, top of the eighth, Miami's beating Tampa Bay 9-4. Top of the seventh, Orioles are beating the Senators 3-2. Bottom of the sixth, St. Louis beating Kansas City 7-2. Bottom of the fifth, Phillies and Pirates are scoreless. At the end of five, the Rangers lead the Astros 2-0. At the end of five, Brewers are losing to the Minnesota Twins 3-0. Top of the first, you got the Rockies at Arizona. Top of the first, Seattle's at San Diego 1-0 Seattle. Angels and Dodgers are warming up. And then later on, you got the Athletics at the Giants. So, yeah, I can't pronounce his first name. Rodriguez is coming in for Toronto. Yario. Rodriguez is a new pitcher for Toronto. Tigers got Torres, Justin Henry Malloy, and then Riley Green. Yeah, that's right. 12 in a row. So Rodriguez, 20 innings, 4.05 earned run average. So maybe we could do something with this guy and pull away from these guys here in the top of the ninth. 4.05 earned run average, 17 games. So Gleyber Torres would lead it off. He's 1 for 4 today, 288 on the year. Fouls it back. Yo, 1 is high, 1-1. There's a strike. 1-2. Come on, get a couple of insurance runs here. Brisky warming up still. Outside, 2-2. Justin Henry Malloy on deck. Then you got Riley Green. Lines it in the left field. That gets to the wall, off the wall. Torres heading for 2. Out at second. Ah, had to have a good throw, and they did. Yeah, he's out. Yeah, he's out. 1 out. That's all right. That's the way the Tigers play ball. Justin Henry Malloy comes to the plate. Inside, 1-0. Malloy 0 for 1 today. He came in to replace Keith. Malloy hitting 216 on the year. Swing and a miss, 1-1. It's just that ball had to, that throw had to be right there, and it was. And strike 2. Malloy drives it into left field. That'll be 2 outs. So that'll bring up Riley Green. He's 2 for 4. Got a run, 3 RBIs, 278 on the year. Just a solo. We'll take a solo right here. Get a two run lead. Riley Green, then Spencer Torkelson if it continues on. Outside, 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Two outs, nobody on, top of the ninth. Here's the pitch. Fly ball down the left field. Nope, it goes foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and two on Green. Rodriguez sets his pitch sometime today. Way high and outside. 2-2. Just outside. 3-2. Full count. Going inside, he walked him. So that brings up Torkelson. He's 0 for 2 today. Struck out once. Walked once. 237 on the year. Outside 1-0. Yeah, hope so. Nice little 2-run homer right here would be a big lift. Pops it up. Right field. That'll do it for the top of the ninth. We're going bottom half. Can the Tigers hold it? It's 5-4 Detroit. All right. Bo Brisky, we trust, I guess, right? So for Blue Jays, you got Kirk, Barger, and then Straw. Well, you know what? When Brisky come up, I thought he was going to be a Dan Petrie kind of starter. Not flashy, but he gets you a lot of innings and gets the job done most of the time. So Alejandro Kirk, your catcher. Brisky 17 games. So he hasn't pitched much. He must have been hurt again. Burke is 0 for 3 today, 277 on the year. Roll for ball 1-0. Fouls it off, 1-1. There's a strike 1 and 2. Yeah, I definitely thought Brisky was going to be the Dan Petrie of the starting rotation when he come up. In the dirt, 2 and 2. That deck is Addison Barger. Outside, 3 and 2. So that's next to lead off guy, right? Here's the 3-2. Fly ball, center field. Baez has it. What out? Addison Barger comes to the plate, 2 for 2, scored a run. He's got a walk, 254 on the year. Bounce right back to the mound. Brisky picks it up, throws him over first. 2 up, 2 down, 1 to go. Miles Straw comes up. Straw's 1 for 1 today. He got that double down the first baseline. Got the run in. Real 1 on the year for Straw. Lefty gets ready. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was game. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Here it is, right here. Hole in 1. No, and 1-1. Straw gets on. You got Stefanik on deck. Fouls it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th, 5-4. Fouls it off again. The pitch. Fly ball, center field. Baez. Oh, and he dropped. Could not make the catch. Excuse me. He would dive for it, but he could not get it in his glove. Oh man. Oh, just underneath his glove. Wow. I thought it hit his glove, but it went underneath it. So runner at first with 2 outs. That brings up Michael Stefanik, the winning run. Stefanik 1 for 3 today, 250 on the year. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Brisky throws it over to first. It doesn't look like there's many Tiger fans in the stands. Usually, Toronto, you see a lot of Tiger fans. The 0-1. Drag 1-1. I'm sorry, 0-2. Losing my mind. 0-2. 2 outs. Runner at first. See if they got straws going to be going on this pitch. There's the 0-2 pitch high for a ball. 1-2. Ground ball through the hole between short and third. There's runners at first and second with 2 outs. Wow. Wow. Jonathan Glassay comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3 today. 0.95 on the year. Oh, Ernie Clement will come up to plate. Pinch hit. First to second, 2 outs. 5-4 Detroit, bottom of the ninth. Fouls it off. So Clement hitting 267 on the year with a 646 OPS. Yeah, I heard about the Pete Rose thing. There's a ground ball. Oh, Bichette got it. Throws him over to first. Woo! As Ric Flair would say, woo! Oh, my goodness. Tigers hang on to that. Yeah. What an ending. 1 run in the second, 1 run in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, 1 in the eighth for the Tigers, 2 runs in the sixth, 1 in the seventh, 1 in the eighth for the Blue Jays. Tigers hang on to win this thing. 5 runs and 10 hits, no errors. Blue Jays 4 runs, 10 hits, no errors. Wow. Wow. We'll take it, right? Winning pitchers Flaherty goes to 2-5, 4.44. Losing pitcher for the Blue Jays is Francis. He drops to 2-6 with a 5.63. Brisky gets his first save of the year. He's got a 6.59 earned run average. Woo! Take a look at some scores and we'll head on out of Dodge. Top of the ninth, Yankees lead the Mets 6-2. Bottom of the eighth, Orioles and Senators are I always call them Senators, Kevin. How old am I? Nationals are tied 3-3. Cardinals leading the Royals 7-2 in the eighth. In the top of the seventh, Rangers lead the Astros 2-0. Top of the seventh, Twins lead the Brewers 3-0. Top of the sixth, Pirates lead the Phillies 3-1. Bottom of the second, Seattle's beating San Diego 1-0. Middle of the second, the great Colorado Rockies are scoreless against Arizona Diamondbacks. Warming up, Angels, Dodgers, and Athletics and Giants. Final scores for today: Cubs beat the White Sox 13-3. Reds beat the Indians 5-4. Atlanta beat Boston 4-2. Miami beat Tampa Bay 9-4. Appreciate y'all stopping in, Kevin. Great to talk to you again. And Brett, have a great day. Everybody have a great day, great night, whatever the case may be. We'll see you next time on the Scotty B Show. Final score again, Detroit 5, not the 4.